Hi friends, it's Jennifer Sasaki and welcome to Stampin' with Wow. I'm your favorite Stampin' Up demonstrator. At least I would like to think I am. Just trying to find my Facebook Live so we can get started. Is everybody having a great Tuesday night? If you're here in Vegas, you're probably a little chilly. We went from 90-degree days down to 53 degrees. My heater kicked on. Oh, my iPad is twirling. Let's see. Oh, you guys probably don't want to see that, huh? Let me see what we can do here. Oh, I hope the dog stops barking. Maybe I have too many things. I always have a lot of things open. It's not good. Should probably make a point of turning off my iPad right before I go. Turning it off and on right before I go live. And so I created a classroom downstairs in my dining room. So that's what I did this weekend. I will have to take a video down there after I clean it up, because it was clean and pretty this weekend, and then after I rearranged everything and got it all organized, and then I started prepping for my fall class. That's going to be this Sunday at 1:30 p.m. if anyone would like to come. It's going to be 5 projects. I'm going to be showing them to you here in a moment. Just waiting. All right, we're just going to have to turn off my iPad for a minute and see. It's just twirling, so obviously it's not happy. So we'll just power down for a minute. I know you can see the catalog, so we'll just talk about the paper sale for a minute before we get started. So, Stampin' Up for the month of October is having a 15% off on all their designer series paper. Yeah, it'd be nice if it was the cardstock or the paper with the gold foiling in it, but it's not. It's the other papers. But they're still really nice papers. I'm not saying they're not, because I've been crafting up a storm with them. So I'm going to flip through here and I can see. So this Heartwarming Hugs Designer Series paper right here. Let's come in as close as I can. So this paper is going to be on sale. It's 15% off. So they're all the $11.50 papers come out to, I think it's $9.83. Yes, $9.83 plus shipping, plus tax and shipping. But it's, so you're saving a little over $1.50, $1.60. What's that? $1.67? Maybe. Okay, I've tagged them all and I'm just flipping through the book. So this Poinsettia place. Oh, I'm sorry. You know what I didn't tell you? This is 6x6 paper. Oh no, it's 12x12 paper. So this could be really nice in scrapbook pages. And what's nice about this paper is you get 12 sheets, 2 of each 6 double-sided designs. So this is very, I want to say like generic plain, because it doesn't have any really big vibrance. So it's really nice as a coordinating paper in a scrapbooking page. So this is really nice. A nice paper for that, especially since it's 12x12. Poinsettia Place Designer Series paper. This is also on sale for the $9.83. And this is also 12x12 paper, and you get 12 sheets. And this paper, this is really an awesome suite, but the paper is really pretty too. And then we have this Trimming the Town Designer Series paper is really cute. I'm going to be doing a folio which is like a mini scrapbook album, but more for like a one trip or one kind of thing. It'll hold, I don't know, I haven't made it yet, but it holds more like 20 to 30 type photos versus a mini album that holds like 100 photos. So like for Christmas, you know, all the pictures you take maybe in the month of December, or a small version of a December daily or something like that. So this paper is also on sale for $9.83, and this is the one I'm going to be using for a folio. This is also 12 by 12 paper. So if you think you want to learn how to do a folio, you haven't done one yet, maybe you want to order this paper and you can make the folio along with me. I just ordered the paper and the embellishments and this ribbon. Oh, I can't see the ribbon. Let me come up a little bit. So I ordered this and this. I did not order the stamps or the dies. I don't think they're needed for this, but I am going to be using the curvy dies, which just gives a slope to make pocket pages. This 'Tis the Season Designer Series paper. Now this is 6x6 paper, so you get 48 sheets of it, and that's quite a bit. I ordered this, so I'm going to be doing some cards over the next month, making this and showing them on Facebook Lives or YouTube videos. I also have these wonderful gems. I'll be using those as well. This snowflake paper is also on sale. This is 12 by 12 paper again, so this would be great for scrapbooking or for using in this snowflakes splendor. This, if you like snowflakes, is a great set if you wanted to make snowflakey style Christmas cards. This Magic in the Night Designer Series paper is also on sale, even though it's getting late into Halloween, but it's great scrapbook paper if you take a lot of photos at Halloween or in the month of October. Last but not least, this is just the holiday paper. Then there's the annual catalog. This Plaid Tidings paper is also on sale. It's 6x6, so you get 48 sheets, and I've been crafting quite a bit with this paper. This paper I'm going to be using in the card class I have this Sunday, and I'm also going to be using in some Christmas cards as the next month follows through. I'll be using this this whole suite quite a bit for that. And then in the annual catalog, where did I stick my annual catalog? It was just here. Oh, I put it away. Let's see. In this catalog, this Artistry Bloom paper is on sale. The Flowers for Every Season paper is on sale. This is 6x6, 48 sheets. This is 12 by 12, so 12 sheets. This In Good Taste paper, if you like those wood grain papers and whatnot, let me see if I can come up a little closer on that. That paper is really good for a nice background. There's quite a few wood grains and different kinds of textures. It's a flat paper, but it's also a 12 by 12, and you get 24 sheets. So it's a little bit more. It's the $21, but it's 15% off. So it's a little over $3 off. The Peony Garden paper is going to be on sale, so that would also be $9.83. This is 12 by 12 paper, so you get 12 sheets. This Playing with Patterns is 6 by 6 paper, so you get 48 sheets. It's also on sale. Great for birthday cards and whatnot. And this Playful Pets paper is on sale, so if you love your cat or dog, this is great paper. It's 12 by 12, so you can do some scrapbook sheets with that. This Whale of a Time paper would be on sale. These are 6 by 6, so you get the 48 sheets. And that's it for the paper sale. So that goes on through Saturday, because Saturday is the 31st. So let's see if my iPad's working or cooperating a little bit better now, so I can do a live. Oh, and I believe we change our clocks back this wonderful weekend. So do you lose an hour for Halloween or do you gain an hour? Fall back. So that means, oh, you gain an hour, right? Because if it's when you wake up at 7 o'clock, then if you fall back, it'll be 6 o'clock. So then you get to sleep another hour. Okay, so this is my store website, and this is my host code for October 2020. If you would like to place an order that's under $150, don't choke on that dollar amount. It's kind of easy to get there. Not that I want to tell you that, but use the host code, and anyone who uses this host code will share the free product that we get by placing those orders. Otherwise, if your order does somehow miraculously get above $150, you earn your own free product. How's that? Ba-ba-bum. Okay, Sunday. I said I'm going to offer a card making class, and this is what we're making. So I've talked to my upline today. I had a nice chat on how I should go about charging this. So originally I was charging $30 for this class, and what she recommended that I do. Hi Sarah, how are you? It's so nice to see that you're watching my video. She told me to do a couple of things. So if you would like to take this card class, you're in the Las Vegas area, you can take it for free with a minimum order of $35. Otherwise, the class fee is $30, and you get to make these 5 things. This card's really pretty. It's a die cutted through, and then it goes into the other side. And then this one, I die cutted out the leaf on this paper, and then I imprinted the stitching on the cardstock. So it's kind of nice. And then I took those 2 leaves and I placed them right in here. And then the other card is this one. This is the pretty peacock paper, and we just have been always grateful. And then this card is using the dies that come with the plaid series bundle. And this one's really cute. What I did with this one is I cut the die cut in half and put it on both sides, so it's kind of like a gatefold. And last but not least, this card has a little dimension to it, and it holds spiced apple cider packets. So if you want to give someone a nice little warm hug of yummy apple cider, this is a great way to do it during this season as the weather starts changing. I don't know what's up with my iPad. It's not wanting to cooperate today. It acted for a minute like it wanted to. So I'm not going to be able to see myself. And I know how disappointing that can be. I wonder if something happened. Let me check my internet. Oh, yeah. Earlier today, I went to I went on to, I have technically two internet using things. I have the 5G and the regular, and so earlier I went to the 5G, and that solved a problem I was having on my phone. So I'm wondering if me switching to the 5G will solve the problem I'm having right now, and it looks like it's going to. Yep, there we are. We are live. Okay, so what do you think I have for you tonight? Do you say? It's a brown box. Doo-doo-doo. Okay, I need the catalog again. Can you believe that? Okay. So, this is Joy of Sharing. Now, this is an all-inclusive card kit. So, let's say you've always wanted to make a set of family cards, and you can add photos to the set, so you know I'm all about that. Anyways, but you're afraid of the time commitment or never done it before and just want to kind of get your toes a little wet and not have to feel the full burden. This is a pre-made kit. All you have to do is assemble. You don't have to, because these two don't, but if you want to do a family photo, you will need to get a picture. So that's the only constraint for these. But I have this kit here and we're gonna play with it. So it's not a bad deal though. I'm sorry, before I go on. It's $35. You get all the makings for 15 cards. Even if you don't have a stamp block or an ink pad, those two things come with this, along with stamps. You get envelopes, you get cards, you get all the decorations to put on it, and you could even add more if you wanted to embellish it some more. So, and not to mention, there's a pretty nice box, just saying. I could totally decorate this with some cardstock or some designer series paper and use this. It's a pretty, I mean, it's not a cheaply made box. And what's nice is they didn't put it in the tins that they've done in the past, and so you're not paying for the tin. And then if you really feel intimidated, there's a little card instruction in here. Here's the English instructions, and they're pointing out the steps or the types of things they're using in those numbers. So there's 4 different ideas for you. Then you get all this really pretty gold foiling, the laser cut gold foiling. So in the annual catalog, if you buy the Forever Green, I think it's called, laser foiling, it's like $15 for that. And you get this in this kit, which is really pretty. And if you're like me, you would punch this out and you would save this inside piece, because you could cut that up and use it in a card. But isn't that pretty? That's really pretty. Imagine a family picture behind that. They also give you some dimensionals, so you don't even have to order those separately. Boy, this kit, not a bad price for what all you're getting. And it looks like this is designed for 5x7, because this is a really large envelope. So you get 15 envelopes. And these are the card bases. This is Stampin' Up color. The ink spot is Mossy Meadow, so obviously they're saying that this stuff goes well with Mossy Meadow. What you could easily do is buy some real red cardstock and do a matting with that too. But this is really pretty. Just this and this is pretty, but could you imagine some nice red around there too? I can! So you get that. Then they give you, so this is called a stamp block. So if you didn't already have a stamp block, they give you one of those. And so it's meant to be used for all of these, and it's big enough for this sentiment inside. But this is everything you need to make a really nice Christmas card and get the, the fun of telling your friends you made them yourself, which is always a nice thing. You don't have to tell them it came in a pre-made kit, and they'll never guess it. Ooh, look at this. You even get some gold circles for embellishments. That's really pretty. And I don't know if you noticed, but Stampin' Up glitter, there's a little bit there, but mostly their glitter does not come off. So you won't be covered in glitter by the time you're done with this kit. So you get these nice little... These to me are more for like the sentiments cutouts. You get some big punch outs for that big, where'd it go? For this big sentiment. See how that would fit right in there? How many you get? 6, 6, and 6. So you get 18 of those. And you get Wow, you get a lot of this stuff. So even if you ran out, you finished the 15 cards, you could order some Mossy Meadow cardstock and some real red cardstock even, and continue making some more cards because you have enough supplies actually to make more cards. Then you might run out of gold foiling, it's the only thing. But not all cards have to be identical because you're not sending them, you know, nobody will know what was in the cards. When you won't know their card came out differently than someone else's. And this is just a cardboard to make it firmer, I guess, in the packaging. So I think we need to get started with this. So how many sheets of this pretty Christmassy die cuts do you get? Oh my goodness. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. That's a lot. So yeah, I think you could easily make more than 15 cards with the supplies you get. You just need to get some more cardstock. So I'm going to work with one of each. So I got that. And we got this. And we'll take one of these. And we will work it. Okay, let's see what we're doing here. And if you ordered this kit, oh, I forgot to talk about, I'm going to also be offering workshops beginning November, I think it's, what's that, Friday, November 5th? Or, yeah, maybe the 6th, because isn't the 1st is on a Sunday. So November 6th, I'm going to be starting to offer workshops at my home. And they also will be free with a minimum purchase of $35. Or they will be, I was going to do the price at $30. My newsletter says $30, but I'm going to reduce that price down to $25. I will have some pre-made projects. But if you ordered this kit, you could make it while we're there. And I would be more than happy to help you till you get the groove, you know, the hang of it. So I'm just wondering if any of these are different. I think they're all the same. Yeah, they're all the same. Okay, so let's see what we're going to do here. So if you would like to come to a Friday night workshop, I'm going to be hosting those from now until December 12th. So to help you get your paper crafting needs completed or help you come up with what your paper crafting needs are. If you want to make cute little treat boxes or goodie bags, or I don't know, depends on what's going on for your holidays coming up. Also, want to make some cute little decor ideas, we can do that. How about, I'm just jabbering along. Okay, so the first thing I like to do is I like to get all my stamps on a block. So I'm going to use this block they gave me for that one. And then I have a few blocks over here off to the side, and I'm just going to pull out some of those for these other ones. And who knows what we'll use. We definitely, oh, I love season's greetings. That's one of my favorite sentiments. Also, my favorite sentiment for the holidays is the word joy. I think we all have joy, and snowmen are my things. Like, those are the two things that I have a hard time passing up when I'm buying decorations. This one says, to you and yours. There's, what's that, a pine branch, some holly berries. The pine cone I already put on the stamp or block, and then there's Merry Christmas. So we'll just put these guys on something. Our blocks are going to get pretty big because I left all my other blocks downstairs. So I mentioned that I've been creating a classroom downstairs in my dining room. And so all my supplies are now down there. So I really have to have it together when I come upstairs now for my filming. I really can't film downstairs because you heard the dogs barking earlier. You would really hear the dogs barking if I was down there. Anyways, we'll figure it all out one step at a time. So today we're going to get through these super cute cards. So let's try this one since I don't have a picture yet for that one. How's that sound? So it looks like on here they're layering these two together, so I like that. And it looks like on this one the only thing they stamped was that Merry Christmas, and on this one they might have only stamped the sentiment. But you are more than welcome to add more. This one has the poinsettia, and this one has the pine. So let's go with some pines. But let's make it orientation for the poinsettia. Ooh, I'm such a rebel. Okay, so because these are those perforated die cuts, you will want to get out your snips. And you'll just want to trim off that little tag. It's those little things when you do something like that that makes a big difference. You know, it just finishes off the card, makes it look a little more polished. No one would guess that you pop this out of a sheet of paper if they don't see those little tabs. But if they see those little tabs, they're gonna think, why is those little tabs there? So just take a few seconds to clean up your stuff. And this is kind of like the busy work you can do while you're watching a movie versus, you know, like the rubber stamping. You want to sit there and do it when you can really pay attention to what's going on. I'm also available for in-house classes. So let's say that you don't want to come to my house, but you have a few friends that want to make cards or goodies at your house. You can call me up and ask me to come over, and I can bring some projects for you guys to make, or we can, that's probably it. Or you can watch me make projects. Not as fun, so of course you'd want to make some projects. All right, let's see. And I picked the pine cones, but I'm gonna do it the long way. Portrait versus landscape. So the one thing you could do that would make it look like it's more yours, more authentic, is you could cut away some of this white border. So the more authentic you want this to look like you did this, I would try to cut away more of this, just because it gives it more of a finished look the less white you have showing. Because the more white, obviously it was machine pressed, I would say. How much do people notice that? I don't know. But if you look at cards, you know, even at department stores and whatnot, if they do something, they'll have a big white border around it too. So it just makes it look, even though they added all the curves and stuff, the closer you get to the color, it just gives it a nicer look. So when I finish this one, we'll look at the two and you might notice how this just has a little nicer look to it. Or not. You might just say, I don't have time for that, Jen. I'm just gonna sticker it on. The one thing this kit did not come with is an adhesive. So if you don't mind getting your hands a little sticky, you can use the Tombow. That's a liquid adhesive, and it works very nicely with odd shaped things. And if you really hate to have glue residue on your fingers, then you would want to use the Stampin' Seal, which is like a little cartridge. And you just get the adhesive on the back. You don't need it to cover the whole thing, and you just go from there. Alright, I'm almost finished with this piece. So just by trimming off that little extra border, you could have that. Another option you could do is, oh, I don't have a dauber handy. Can you believe that? My daubers are downstairs. That's because I just thought of this. So because they're using Mossy Meadow, I already have full ink pads of Mossy Meadow. So what I was gonna say, I wish I had a dauber. Oh man, we can just use, we're gonna try using the sponge. So if you don't want to cut it, another option would be to get some ink on, a dauber would work best, and you can just start inking the edges to make them a little less noticeable. So when it's on another paper, it'll just blend in more. So this is also another idea. You just want to get the edges not too far in, but it just softens that, and then you really want to try to get into some of those creases. So see how that just softened that up a whole lot. So where's an original? Let me pop out an original real quick. So this is what we started with. This is the one I inked, and this is the one I trimmed. So you can see, like, inking is a really quick, easy way to get rid of all that white border. This was me trimming out all the white border, and then this is just leaving it alone. This was a smaller piece of that. That just, it looks giant. So I just wanted to show you ways that you can make this pre-cut if you want, if that's something that you notice and triggers you. There's ways to modify this pretty simply to make it your own project. And then when you're, so here's our card. I personally would still want to add a picture. So even if I wanted to use, I would use this big sentiment on the inside of my card more than, and the inside is all white. So I'm very tempted to want to put piece of red or something here, and then you could use this right on top inside. Really pretty. I didn't bring up any red cardstock because I was under the impression I had everything I needed with the kit, but now I've realized I would modify some things. So that's just how I roll when I start working on something. Oh, I have no comments. Oh, Kayleen is watching. Hi, Kayleen. How are you? So, what I want to do with this card. What I want to do. So I don't want to glue down all 4 edges right now, because if I was using this card for Christmas, I would be wanting to leave it open to stick a photo in, because I am a photo card person. So I'm going to use some Stampin' Seal, because I don't like to have residue all over my fingers all the time. Glue residue, that is. Work with me. There we go. I'm just going to get it in the corners, and I'm staying on this bordery piece more. I don't want to get it all in that pinecone laser cutting, because it's going to be showing where the pinecone is. So let me just get that little piece out. I just put tape on the whole thing too. If you saw that, you're probably laughing at me right now after I just said you didn't want to do that. Dry baby wipes work really good if you've smudged something. You just rub it out on this gold foil, Or it won't. No, it looks fine. So I'm just pressing that down, and then we're going to add, now I would add this, like right there. You could cover up that area I got a little glue on. Like so, we could do that, and the picture would still be, because your photo's pretty much going to be centered. And then this inked one, I really like how that inked one came out, so maybe I would tuck it. See, without having a photo already, it's kind of hard. So the best thing to really do if you're going to use something like this, or you want to do a family photo kind of card, you really want the picture already, because it'll, the colors you wear, the way the photo's captured, if it's indoor, outdoor, that'll all trigger how you're going to want your card to look when you're creating it. And like, because there's all this gold foiling, even putting dimensionals on this and popping it up would be really cute. So the kit did come with some dimensionals. Where did I put them? That's half my battle. Is where did I place every? Oh, here they are. Okay. So we just take a few. If you can buy dimensionals separate. So again, like this kit, you could really stretch this kit out if you needed to make 30 cards with a little cardstock, a little extra cardstock. I think you could easily stretch this kit out to get you 30 cards. Would they all have this gold foiling on them? No, because you only get 15 of these gold foils. So, but by lifting this up, and then if you also have it sticking over the edge, you don't want that for the envelope, but you could trim it too. I don't want to trim it. So that way they could still see the gold easier under it. And then I think I'm going to take this one and I'm going to ink it. I liked how it softened the edges so much that I would really like to continue that look. I think I just stuck my finger in the mossy meadow. And they do give you an ink pad, so you could use this ink spot. So this is, you could use this. I just already have a large one, so I saved the ink spots so I can give them to people if they want to try a color. Whereas, you know, the stamp pad is, it's easier to use. It's bigger, but if you didn't want to buy, I think these are like $7.50, a $7.50 ink pad, then you get the ink spot. And I also have red up here, so I was going to use the red ink too. So the trick with this one was to just make sure that when you're looking at the, I don't know, let me see what the catalog said again. Yeah, so right here in the small, so they tell you what colors will work with this kit. So it's saying Bumblebee, Early Espresso, Gold Foil, Granny Apple Green, Mossy Meadow, Real Red, and Soft Suede, and White. So if you wanted cardstocks or inks to go with this, and maybe you didn't like the Mossy Meadow, you don't mind it as the green card, but you don't want it for your other stamp or anything, you could always look at this little verbiage here and it'll help guide you to what other colors would work in this. So you're never completely alone with Stampin' Up! Products. They really try to help you create the project as shown. Now it's, if you want something different, that's when, you know, your favorite Stampin' Up! Demonstrator could help you. Yeah, I know, I can be helpful. I know, you guys are laughing at me now for sure. Anyways, let's add couple more dimensionals. And we will pop these up. Just like so. And then that red one's not going to get any And I'm going to go with Season's Greetings, but I think I'm going to put it in red. Let's put that off to the side here, because, oh shoots, I hate when I do that. Let me grab another one. I would flip it over, but that takes away from what I'm trying to show you guys. Looking for my scissors. I don't know if I remember to cut all these nibs off of everything, but okay. So let's try that again. I'm going to put it off to the side because I want to put a Pinecone Stamp on here as well. There we go. And I have Mossy Meadow, so maybe not Pinecone, maybe the branch. I didn't bring up any other color, so I don't have a brownie color for the and I want to do these little berries. Just gonna lay them to the side. There you go. If I don't close up those ink pads, I will have ink all over me. That's how I roll. Let's glue this red down. We're gonna do it down into the corner. So I'll pop this guy up on dimensional so you can see how quickly I'm going. Oh, they do give you this adhesive, so you don't have to use some stamping seal or liquid adhesive. You do have this. I would not say that would last you 30 cards though. So I want to pop up my sentiment. Oh, I'm like, it should be sticky on one end, not if the paper tears off. That's funny. Okay. I'll add another one here. Now, another trick, if you have nails, like gel or acrylic nails, or you take your pick tool, this pointy end, and you jab it into the foam, and it pulls off the paper backing like so. So then you don't have to like fumble with your fingers, because if you have any thickness to your nails, which I normally do, my nails are not being done right now, I'm giving them a rest. There we go. So what I would want is a picture in here. You don't have to, you could use that big sentiment. I'm going to save the big sentiment for inside the card. This sentiment says, wishing you a season filled with the special warmth of friendship, the precious joy of sharing, and the wonderful blessings of happiness. That's a really nice sentiment. Let's put that on here so you guys can see it. Something I would do, if you don't want to do it as a photo card, you can, oh, I know what I was going to say. Sorry, it wasn't that. I just kind of got lost. These cards, if you wanted to use your computer, Word or Excel or something like that, you could run these through your computer. The paper is not super thick, and you could have your pre-printed, maybe you don't want quite a newsletter, a family annual newsletter thing, but you could fill up this space with a bunch of writing about your year in the wonderful pandemic of 2020. So you could do that with your computer, but you would have to do that before you decorate these. I do a lot of that I used to do a lot of that. You could also do it where you write it all up on computer paper, print that out, and adhere it in here. You could print it out with, if your printer is an ink printer, you could print it out in color. You could add all kinds of, you could even use some of these as decoration. So I'm just saying, like, there's a lot you could do with the inside of this card that maybe when you're just looking at it for the first time, you don't see those ideas, but if someone like myself mentions it to you, you're like, oh yeah, that would totally work. Now I see it. Before it looked like just a big white square and I didn't want to deal with it. But here we go. We're going to see what this looks like. It's very pretty. Like I said, a nice red square in here, or you could trim out. Ooh, we could trim that out and put it in there. Let's try that. Just using what I have. So, get out my trimmer. And let's just cut off where the lasering ends. See if that, oh, that's not gonna work. Well, could kind of make it, I guess I needed to cut it more of a diagonal. You could make it thinner and use it as a band. It was worth a shot. It's extra, so what are you gonna do, right? I wish I would have brought the thing down. So a couple of, oh my goodness, I got ink all over this. I would definitely need a red piece of paper in here now because I have ink all over it. So you could easily stamp that in there like so and adhere it. I'm not going to adhere it because I have ink in here and I would want to cover that if I use this card. So what a couple other things I brought up to, oh, this isn't even the card. Oh, because I was talking about the printer. So I brought up the wonderful gems. So these are in real red and a gold champagne color. And I brought up this sheer, what is this? This comes within the Poinsettia suite. Sheer ribbon, and it's also the real red color. You can buy it separate. You don't have to get the Poinsettia suite to get this. Now this ribbon, I want to say that all of Stampin' Up! Ribbons are 10 yards a spool. Because most of them that I've looked at are 10 yards a spool. I have this handy dandy little bow maker. We don't need that big of a bow. So what I do is I just wrap it around 2 times. I cross them and I tuck it under, and then I tie a knot. So it's not even a real bow, but it'll look like a real bow. It's less stress on the tails of the ribbon than trying to make a bow. Oh, well, normally it is less. Then you just pull it tight and you get a really pretty bow each time, and you can pull those out. And you can make them based on this thing. This I got off of Amazon. And then we're going to take our scissors. I meant to do it diagonally, I guess there we go. And we can put the bow right here with our season's greetings. We could put it down here. We could put it up in our pine cones. We could put it over here on our pine cones. I think I like it right about here. I'm going to use, you could use a glue dot. You could use stamping seal. You can use the Tomboy wet adhesive. You could use probably one of these little dots. And I'm just gonna stick it right there. Let that set up a moment. And we could add some of these dots around here. We're gonna give this card the Cadillac look. Oh, it just popped up. Hold that down a little bit more. So you don't have to hear me crinkle. How I like to open these packages, instead of opening and closing that tape, I just cut it open on the sides. And I think I like these clear goldish. I'm going to use my take your pick tool, the putty end, and we'll just add some of these. They're variable sizes. And there we go. Other than my center being very open and plain, which really needs a picture, that would be the card I would be sending out to my friends and family. And I actually like this sentiment, so again I would put that with some red in here, and I would pop that on. I wouldn't, on the inside cards, don't pop it up because you're just creating bulk. It also came with these gold little circles. I don't know if I'll, maybe using the spatula tool I can get to these. Might be easier if you pull off the there it goes, outside circle piece. Oh, what's going on? This guy's really stuck in there. Almost like vinyl. Yeah, that would make it easier to get to. You can try the putty. Oh, and there are multiple sizes. Those look smaller than those, so yeah, the putty's not gonna work. So we're gonna try a spatula. Oh, they have dimension to them. Nice. So I wouldn't add these. I'm just showing you in instead of these, we could use those. And I actually think I like that a little bit better than these. I'm going to replace these with the gold dots. I think those have the right amount of color. Ah, still can't use these little buggers. I think, there we go. They actually come up one more layer. Let me see if I can get that in there. Yeah, there we go. Make sure they don't stick. Oh yeah, I use those. Okay. There. That's how you really want the paper. Get rid of all that extra stuff. Because now they're lifted and you could easily grab them. That came out really pretty. Oh, are you kidding me? Alright, let's try the glue dot. Or this little adhesive that comes with the card. Because now it's stuck. Alright, so that's an option. Now let's make one with the poinsettia. Again, we have the gold foiling. We're going to change it up. We're going to put the heavy one down. No, I think it's supposed to go like that. Okay, so let's avoid that gluey mess I made last time by using my pad that's meant for, what is this pad called? It's some kind of like Teflon or silicone, and it's meant for you to do gluing with. So it keeps your area clean, because if you get glue on this, I didn't get glue on it. It won't even glue on it. No, I'm only kidding. You can get glue on it and you can just rub it right off because it's silicone. And supposedly nothing likes to stick to silicone. So, here we go again. This time, I'm going to ink the edges of my poinsettias, because again I have that white border. I don't think I want to ink it with the red though. I think that would be too much. So I'm going to use the green because this card base is also the same green, the Mossy Meadow, and I think that'll blend okay. Because there's red leaves, that's why I'd be tempted to use the red, but I think it's better in the green because when it's lying on top, it's going to blend into the background color more. So that's what you're doing, is you're trying to soften that whiteness so it doesn't stand out. So when your friend or family member receives your card, they notice what you want them to notice, not this funky white border that's around your poinsettias, right? See how it just softens those? Okay, so again, we would want to pop these up, so that's why I'm saying you definitely want to get some more dimensionals, because this is probably enough to get you through the 15 cards, but maybe not enough to get you through 25 to 30 cards. If you did want, this particular kit does not sell a refill. So if you wanted to make more cards and you wanted a whole bunch of that gold foiling, you would have to buy more of these card sets. So, I did glue this down. It's lifting. I was just thrown off by that. I think I want that leaf over here. Now what you could do on these poinsettias is, see, now you can easily grab them up by taking off all that good stuff. Just put some gold dots in there. They also sell these really pretty charms that are for the Poinsettia Sweet set. They might be a little big for that one. Then we will use our two little tag sets again. And I'm going to trim off the little flippies hanging out on there. That way and that way, and I saw two on the ends that I don't like. We'll also tie another ribbon, and this time I'm going to put it up here, and just to be fun, I'm going to use the Merry Christmas this time. And I still want to use the red. I love red for Christmas. Red is a Christmas color for sure for me. And we will put it this way. Again, I'm going to add some of that stamping on here. I'm going to do the branch again. Set that aside. Bring out the mossy meadow. Put in the branch. Get my berries. Pop that up on some dimensionals. Oops, got red ink on me. That's why I don't leave these open. At least I caught it before I touched my sentiment. Ugh. Using my jabber. There we go. Put that. I'm going to bring it down a little bit like so. And, oh, I needed. I'll just use some wet glue. I should have adhered the red first. It's a little crooked too. I'm gonna have to fix that too. Is that right? Alright, now just there we go. And I want to put that one right up here. Oh shoot, do you see that big red ink on my nail? Boy, I'm lucky this whole thing isn't covered in red right now. Oh man. And I want to add a bow still. So I personally do not like tying bows. I find it frustrating, especially for these cards. And I also like to use the minimalist amount of ribbon. So the best way for me to do that, if I try to tie it myself, it's not a pretty sight, but these come out so perfect. I just love this guy. This thing was like $8 on Amazon. I bought it a couple of years ago though, so and we will not waste our time with the liquid adhesive for this one. So I thought it'd be really cute right there. We will. This glue dot served us well last time, so we will use it again. I have what I call man hands, so these little glue dots normally do not work well for me. They come in the paper pumpkin kits too. I think that came out really pretty. I like this one a little bit more than that one. But can you imagine your family picture right in here too? Tell ya. Now, if you chose this and you're getting your family picture taken, think of these colors when you're picking out what you guys are wearing, okay? White and black would look great. Some gold would look great. Definitely this greeny color would look great. I wouldn't go around wearing purple and pink in this. right? You with me on that one? And let's add a few more of those little gold dots on here. We have one each in there. So we'll just add a couple more to this. Merry Christmas. And the big one we'll put right up there. So thanks for watching tonight. I hope you guys got inspired and thinking about your family Christmas cards. I would really love it if everyone this year attempted to make family Christmas cards for their family and loved ones. You know, it's been a really rough year, and we just need to end this year a little bit better than, I won't say how it started, because it started off pretty good. We'll just say how it progressed. We don't want to end it how it progressed. We want to find some fond memories of this year and be grateful we're in the final quarter, right? So again, here's my store website and my host code if you want to place an order. If you would like to get a hold of me and would like to request a catalog, be more than happy to send you one. Also, if you're interested in my Sunday, November 1st card class, which was going to be, where did I put those? Sorry. These cards, if you're interested in making these cards, please contact me, and you're in the Las Vegas area, and we'll have a card making class. I have room for social distancing, and if it makes you feel comfortable, we will all wear masks. Have a great night, and we'll see you again. Bye.